Hello everyone and welcome back to another coin roll hunting video. In today's video we're going to be searching through this box of nickels, so let's jump into it. Alright everyone, so I thought we'd start out with our typical edge hunt here with our 5 rolls, and I can kind of talk a little bit about what we're going to be looking for. So I'll just start getting these open while I talk a little bit. But the main thing that we're looking for right now, we're looking at those edges, and when we're looking at those edges, the main thing for nickels at least that we're looking for is that 35% silver, those silver war nickels. And you can see them when there's kind of a darker edge, then that's usually what we look for with that silver. There are a lot of other things that we look for though than just the silver. Some of the other things you can find from the edges is if there's a foreign coin in there, you might notice it from the edge. Or sometimes proof coins, things like that you could see from the edge. Just anything that's not necessarily supposed to be there. Also, I will be looking for errors after we go through all of these just as normal. Most of the errors that we look for are in those nickels that are 1962 and older. And then we have some book fillers as well. Most of them are for 1962 and older, but we do have some that are for later than 1962 as well. So we'll be looking for those. We also look for anything old, so if we find any buffalo nickels or V nickels, like I said earlier, those proof coins we're looking for. We look for Henning Nickels, which is just a type of counterfeit coin that we look for. And then we also look for our 2020 West Point nickel. I have been setting aside our 2024 nickels as well, although I do know that they haven't been selling for as much as they were earlier in the year, but I'm still keeping them aside for now. But let's get this last roll open here, and I'll show you this here. So we have this darker coin here. I'm almost certain this isn't a war nickel, but I'm going to pull it out anyway to show you guys. I'm pretty sure this is a ground target. So ground target is a coin. Yeah, it's a ground target. It's just a coin that spent some time in the dirt. Possibly someone found it with a metal detector or something, but it just is really dark because of that dirt. The dirt just changes the color like that. So anyways, guys, looking at the edges of these coins, I didn't notice anything, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera and start going through these rolls, and when I find stuff, I'll bring you back in. Alright guys, we're on roll 14 here. I just got it open, and I thought I'd show you what I found. So I was looking at the edges of these rolls, and I saw this dark roll here and thought I should check it, because I thought it might be silver, and I pulled it out, and would you look at that? Not quite silver, but it's a buffalo nickel, which I think is even better. So we'll pull that out there, and then let's flip it around and see what the date is here. If we have a date, looks like 36. Is that right? I gotta look at this closer. Yeah, it looks like 36. So we got a 36 Philly, I think. Yeah, 36 Philly buffalo nickel. So that is awesome. I always love finding our old coinage, our buffalo nickels and things like that. So super cool. All right, everyone, we're on roll 16. And as you can see here, we found a foreign in the hunt. Now, this is a foreign I've never seen before, actually, but it says that it's 5 centésimos de Balboa, so I'm assuming that means the Balboa coins are from Panama, so I'm assuming that's what that will be. Maybe the other side will show us, but I thought I'd show you this here. I actually didn't see it based off the edge, because you can see that edge is pretty much the same as a nickel, and it's the same size as a nickel as well. But I'm going to flip this over. And yeah, República de Panama, so it's a Panamanian coin, and I can't quite tell if that's a 2008 or 2003. Let me see. 2008. So 2008 Panama 5-cent coin. So that's pretty cool. This is a new one for me. I've never found a Panamanian 5-cent, so it's pretty cool. Alright everyone, I just finished searching through all of those rolls and looked for a bunch of errors and things like that, and I thought I'd bring you back in for a little bit of a wrap-up. So everything you see here today is a find. So we found a lot today. This box is pretty good. So to start things out, this whole top row here, all of these coins that you see up here are all coins that are 1962 and older that are going to be book fillers. So every single one of these is going to be filling a spot in our books today. I've got 3 different books that are 1938 to 60 through 61. An honorable mention that I thought I'd share for this is this one here. I think it's this one at least. oh, that's not it actually, it's this one. The 1953 San Francisco that I found. So you can see that San Francisco mint mark there. It is just low mintage, so I wanted to show you in our red book here the mintage of that. So I have here, let me see if I can get that in there, 53 San Francisco, 19,210,000 versus like we're going through like 50 million, 100 million, things like that in close years. So I thought I'd share that. Then we have the next row, which is this row here. These are all coins that are 1962 to present that will be filling book fillers today. So all of those are going to be book fillers as well. And then the next row, we have some that are just kind of like low mintage. So we have our 2024 Philly in Denver here. I know the market has dropped a little bit for this. I'm not entirely sure what the value would be, but I have been pulling them aside anyway. I'll put up eBay comps for that Philly and then those Denvers. We found much more Denvers than Philly. Then we have our 2025s here. I don't know if these have any value at all, but I pulled them all aside because I found a bunch of them. These are all Denvers. We didn't find a single Philly, but a bunch of Denvers. And then we have our 2009s, which I don't usually hold on to, but I usually don't find, I don't even always find one in a single hunt, and I found 4 of them, 3 Denvers and 1 Philly, so I thought I'd just share that, and I'll put up eBay comps if I find anything that I think applies. And then lastly, we have our 2 best finds. So we first have our foreign coin that I'll share here. So this is the República de Panama 2008. And then we have that Cinco Centésimo. So it's pretty cool. This is not a foreign I've ever found before. I've never found a Panamanian Balboa nickel before, so that's pretty cool. And then we also have our Buffalo nickel here, this 1936 Philly. It's a very nice Buffalo nickel, nice that the date's still there. And then this will actually be a book filler as well for our Buffalo nickel book. We don't have the 36 Philly yet in there, so that's pretty cool. And then I didn't end up finding any errors or anything, despite all of the so many pre-1962 coins that we found. There just wasn't any errors that I could find. I searched through all of them. Every coin that you see here, except for these 2024s and 2025s, I looked for errors and I just didn't find anything. But overall, I feel like this hunt was really good. We found a whole lot of stuff, especially the book fillers today. And it's fun that that Buffalo nickel is a book filler as well. So anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I had a lot of fun making it today, and I hope that you did as well. If you have any comments or questions or anything you'd like to share, please feel free to leave it down in the comments section below. I try to answer all the comments that I can, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, I just finished popping everything in the book, and I realized that I forgot to mention a couple things, and there was something that I didn't notice as well that I thought I'd share real quick. So we have our Jefferson nickel 1938 through 61 here, and I wanted to show you one of the book fillers that we found was actually this 1950 here, which is a semi-key date. So that's pretty cool. It's got 9.8 million mintage, so super low mintage. I just didn't realize that it was semi-key date. I didn't check it, but I noticed it when I was popping it in this book here. And then the other thing that we have here has to do with these 2 Jefferson nickels starting in 1962. So I actually have 3 of these books. One of them is full now, and then we have this second one here, which is just missing this 1968 Denver and 69 San Francisco now. And then this last one we actually filled up today completely. I mean, some of the coins were in it already, but we finished it off today. So it's all full. So now we've got 2 of these all filled up in here, so that is super cool, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. Anyways, I kind of did my outro, and this will be going after that, so I'll see you all in the next one.